That was us being on the radio, Toby. That's Toby Stephens. Do you know that song, The Chi-Lites, Toby?
I don't know that song.
It's weird how many
lovely.
guests we have. We have songs that, are their name, and people don't know them. You would think if there's a song called Toby, someone would have played it to you before.
No, never. But now you have, and it's lovely.
Can I say your wife really dropped the ball there? Because that would have been a lovely romantic thing to do.
She did. I'll have a word with her about that.
Yeah, it says she loves you. Yeah, I'm sure. Now, talking of your wife, you're working with her.
I am, yes.
Is this the first time you've worked together?
Well, actually, we did a TV thing, but it was very, very short. It was like a scene in something, and but this is the most sustained piece of work that we've done together. But I've been away for about 6 months in South Africa filming, so actually it's really nice to see her.
Aww.
And spend a little time with her.
What were you doing in South Africa?
I was doing a pirate series called Black Sails, which is a kind of grown-ups pirate epic. Yeah.
Who's going to show us that?
It's made for Stars Network, which
is...
in
America.
Yeah. And it's their new kind of flagship after Spartacus. It's their new kind of program.
Oh, so it's blood and gore.
Yeah, a lot of that. Slightly less kind of, less gratuitous than Spartacus. I think they're going for something that's a bit...
I never felt it was gratuitous. No, I thought... I think you paid your money, and
that's what you get.
That's what you get. It was beautifully done. I mean, what a bizarre contrast then to be doing that, to be doing kind of blood and salt water instead of blood and sand, and now private lives, private lives.
It's been a strange segue, but luckily we have done this before. We did it in Chichester last year, so it's like. We're familiar with it, and I kind of know what's required, so it's not too much of a shock to the system.
And is it the same cast?
It is the same cast.
Oh, so all of you? Oh, right.
Yeah, and it's great because we all get on, we're all friends, and it's lovely, and we know the play so well. It's nice, but we didn't thrash it in Chichester. We only did. I think it was about 6 weeks performance.
Okay,
and so it's not too. It's like coming back to something and having another go at it.
So it's you and Anna Chancellor are the couple.
Yes,
you're not freshly divorced. You've been divorced quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been divorced about 5 years, yeah.
Okay, and then you meet in this hotel.
And then we meet in the hotel with our new husband and wives, and
Yes, because I know Anthony Calf.
He said.
Yeah. So he's invited me to come to the opening night.
Oh, great.
So I'll be there. Unfortunately, I'm getting back from a wedding in Mykonos that morning. So if there's a sunburnt person asleep, don't take it as criticism.
Yeah.
It's just I'm very tired.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'll just preempt because I can imagine myself slipping into a coma. Now, have you done Noel Coward before?
I haven't, no. And in fact, I'd sort of avoided it, and I had no great desire to do it, because whenever I'd seen Noel Coward plays, I'd found them quite dated, and, I found them slightly superficial, and it wasn't something I ever really imagined doing. And then I read Private Lives, and it was a revelation, because I suddenly saw this play it was his first play. He was very, very young when he wrote it. Apparently, he wrote the first draft in 2 days, and it was, I believe, directly from his own personal experience. And it's about relationships, and it's about the impossibility of some kinds of love, the love that's incredibly intense but also incredibly destructive. And I think it's very personal to him. It's about stuff that he'd been through, and also it's the most brilliant dialogue. And I'd always seen it. Whenever I had seen it, it always was done sort of like Noel Coward.
Yes.
Everybody's sort of talking like this and smoking and everything. And I thought, this should really... Why don't they just do a production where people actually just talk like themselves,
Yes.
And that's what we've done, and it's been a great experience.
Well, it certainly seems to have opened up this... you're just going to get offered loads of Noel Coward plays now, because you've had I don't know if you read reviews, but you've had the reviews of your life down in Chichester.
Well, I don't think it... I mean, I think this is the one that I really... I haven't read it, actually, many of the other plays, but this is the one that I really just feel is such a great play. It really is truly a class, and it's so beautifully constructed.
But now... Is it fair to say there's a great seam of cruelty in Noel Coward, because people are just pawns. I mean,
and also and that's one of the reasons why I think it's a really interesting play, because I think that these two characters they're wonderfully appealing to an audience because they're so witty and all of this stuff, and they're fun, but at the same time they're not likable people. They're cruel and they're selfish and petty. And I think it's warts and all with him. I think he's deliberately writing them like that. And I think that we serve that, where you feel at an audience, they love seeing these people in the confines of a theatre up on stage, but they wouldn't really want to be with them in a room.
Yes.
You know?
And I mean, what's interesting is the world seems quite foreign to us now. You know, that kind of glamorous thing and the hotel balconies and all of that just seems very otherworldly.
Yeah.
But the warts and all relationships is sort of, we're more used to that now. But back then, it must have been such a shocking play.
Well, it was, and they tried to pull it. I think they tried to ban it at one point when it first came on. It was really shocking. And I think that when I read it, it actually retains some of that. I mean, if you actually look at it, you know, they end up, you know, at the end of the second act when they're together, they end up rolling around on the ground, scratching and hitting one another. You know, it's domestic violence. and that is still quite shocking, as well as being appallingly funny.
That's the best sort of laugh, isn't it? When you know you shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the best laugh. And now, how long... I should do the business bits. So it opens on June 22nd at the Gielgud Theatre, and July the 3rd is the press night, and it's running till September the 21st.
That's right, yeah.
And that's fixed, is it?
That is fixed, yeah.
You're all just going away into the
I mean, yes, I assume so. I mean, I've got to go back out to South Africa to do another...
Oh, you've got to kill more
6
pirates.
months, exactly.
Are you a pirate, or are you the other one?
I'm a pirate.
You're a pirate?
I'm a pirate, I am.
Are you the captain of something? Are you the captain of something?
I'm a captain, yeah.
Oh, of course you are.
I'm Captain Flint,
I knew you'd be an important pirate. I knew you were.
Not just any old...
Yeah, you're not just the chef.
The swabber.
Graham Norton.
This is from Aid in Brighton. Right. Can you ask Toby if there will be any more Vexed? They were so much fun to watch.
No, they won't. There won't be.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
That's the end of that.
Yeah.
It's a short answer, but thorough.
Sorry, because I loved it too. Yeah. Enjoyed it.
Oh, now, a lot of people are asking about Die Another Day. And now, I've read quotes where you talk about being Die Another Day. Is it something you regret, playing the baddie?
Not really, no, of course not. I mean, look, it was a great experience. I think for me though, it was an odd time in my career. I'd been a sort of, you know, stage actor and done some sort of, you know, TV sort of mini dramas, stuff like that. And then suddenly I landed this part in a Bond film. And that's what you're remembered for. I'd been doing a whole bunch of work before that, and then suddenly I was a Bond baddie. I think what happens, like Javier Bardem, for instance, has this whole catalogue of movies that he's done before, and everybody knows him as this, you know. And then he does that, and you go, yeah, and he played a Bond baddie as well. Whereas I'm an actor who was a Bond baddie, you know, and it's taken me quite a long time to kind of remind people that I do other stuff as well.
Were you just offered lots of kind of...
Yeah, I was, for about 2 years, 3 years afterwards, and it just meant that I had to just sit on my hands and just go, I have to wait, have to do more theatre, just go and just let people's memories kind of slightly... ease on that.
That is really hard, isn't it?
It was a bit. Well, not really hard. It was actually great because it afforded me.
Having turned down work is terrible.
Yeah. Well, and also it was but it was very. In a way, I was glad I didn't, because I think it would have been a very short shelf life. I would have gone and done loads of other similar parts, and then my career would be over.
Which would be worse.
Yes.
Peter Carlton has quite a horrible question, really. When reviving such a well-known play as Private Lives and playing a character like Elliot, who's been played by some amazing actors in the past, is that an added pressure? That seems a mean question.
No, I mean, I think obviously I'm aware that it's been done many, many times before. It's a perennial play because it's such a good play.
Yeah.
But I don't really let that bother me when I'm going into it. I just do my own thing and hope people like it.
And also, it's not like there's a definitive filmed performance.
There can never be, but also there can never be a definitive performance of anything. It always depends.
It's you
yes, apart from me in this role.
You've nailed it.
Yeah. The Gielgud
It'll never get revived again. This is it.
This is it.
We're done. Yeah. That play, we can't touch it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Have you got Toby Stephens? No, then we're not doing it.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah. Lorraine Barnes wants to know about the difference of doing a well-known play like Private Lives as opposed to putting on a new play.
Well, actually, I guess the thing is, I've never done Private Lives before, so to me, it's the first time I'm ever doing it. I mean, I have seen productions of it, but I think you have to treat it as a new play. You have to go into it with no preconceptions, no kind of like, I'm going to do it like this.
Yes.
You just go in and plow your own furrow. I mean, you have to.
But there is a slight difference, isn't there? Because there's an assumption it's good. With a new play, you're kind of like, I wonder if this is good.
You can blame the... Yeah.
Is this funny?
If it doesn't go down well, you can blame the writing, whereas this you can't.
Yeah, really.
You know it works.
You've dropped the ball.
That is true, Graham. Very true.
Now, on Twitter, people want to know... actually, yes, because I read this in the paper. So, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
Are you Doctor Who? Are you the new Doctor Who?
No.
No? Apparently, no. No, he's not.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
What's wrong with Toby Stephens?
I could do that. I could do it.
You could get out of a police phone box.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, no, I've just remembered. It's, what's his name? Kinnear.
Who?
Kinnear. Rory Kinnear,
well,
isn't it?
He's good.
He is very good.
He is good.
He is very good.
Hands up, absolutely.
Well, they've stopped taking bets now, haven't they? It's definitely Rory Kinnear. It's not definitely Rory Kinnear.
Oh, really?
So, Toby, there's still hope.
Yeah.
There's still hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's free after September 21st.
Well, no.
Oh, no, you've got to go
South
with your...
Africa.
You've got to do your pirating again.
We can fit this in.
Oh, you're too busy. That's why you're not Doctor Who. Yeah, very good. Now, what else? Tim Reeves just wants to know, put him out of his misery. Who's your favourite Bond?
Oh, actually, I have to say, Daniel Craig is fantastic.
And here's another question: when you were offered the baddie, you knew by saying yes to that, you were saying to no to ever being offered Bond.
Well, I assume by the fact that they cast me as the baddie, they didn't want me as Bond.
No, but that...
One can read it like that. You can just go, yeah, we'll cast him as a baddie. They'll get him out of the running. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those gambles you got to take, you know.
Listen, Private Lives opens on June 22nd. Press night is there July 3rd, where there'll be a slight whiff of suntan lotion and some snoring. That'll be me. And it runs until September 21st. Good luck with it.